The chorus talks about how energy changes states of matter. So the first three lines of the chorus are, if energy is entering, the particles speed up and bring a solid to a liquid, then a liquid to a gas. And let's think about heat as energy. So if energy is entering, so it's hot out, and let's say I'm ice, right? So we're back being ice. So if it's hot out, then heat is going to come into this ice because they're trying to get an equilibrium. So heat will come into the ice, and the particles will start to speed up. So the particles inside this ice will begin to start moving because they're getting hot. The energy is coming in and moving the particles around and starting to bounce off each other, and particles start to break free. So particles will speed up and bring a solid to a liquid, which we already saw in the first verse. So a solid to a liquid. So these particles speed up and start bouncing off of each other and moving around. So a solid will eventually become a liquid. And if they move around fast enough, it's hot enough outside, that liquid will then they'll start moving around so fast it'll vaporize or evaporate and become a gas. So if energy is entering, these particles speed up, so it makes a solid into a liquid and then into a gas. So the heat is that energy that can cause these changes. So here's how we're going to demonstrate that. So if energy is entering, the particles speed up and bring a solid, we become a solid, to a liquid, and then a liquid to a gas. So this is our gas down here, right? And then the next part, but if this is just the opposite, but if the energy is exiting, the particles slow naturally from gases to liquids, then liquids to solids. So what happens is, if it's cold out and there's a lot of heat moving the particles around, the heat will start to exit these particles and exit the gas, the water vapor in this instance. So as water vapor cools, it will become a liquid, so that gas will become a liquid as those particles slow down and become a liquid. And then if they slow down fast enough, or if they slow down fast enough, if they slow down enough, they'll become a solid. They'll go back to that fixed and arranged part where they are now ice. So here's how we're going to demonstrate that. But if the energy is exiting, so it's cold outside, if the energy is exiting and the heat is being released from the particles, and the particles are slowing down, then the particles slow naturally. And particles are slowing down from gases, then they become liquids if they slow down enough. And if they slow down even more, if it's really cold, those particles will slow down from liquids to solids. And the last part of the song says, come on, come on. The states of matter cycle all around, and you can do whatever state of matter you want to, or move however you want to. So let's go through the whole thing slowly. If energy is entering, so it's hot out, if energy is entering, the particles speed up and bring a solid to a liquid, then a liquid to a gas. But if energy is exiting, it's cold, the particles slow naturally from gases to liquids, then liquids to solids. Come on. The states of matter cycle all around. Let's try it with the music.
State has changed. If energy is entering, the particles speed up and bring a solid to a liquid, then a liquid to a gas. But if the energy is exiting, the particles slow naturally from gases to liquids, then liquids to solids. Come on, the states of matter cycle all around. Water.
Great, let's try it one more time. If I can cue it up.
Change. If energy is entering, the particles speed up and bring a solid to a liquid, then a liquid to a gas. But if the energy is exiting, the particles slow naturally from gases to liquids, then liquids to solids. Come on, the states of matter cycle all around. Water.
Perfect, so that is the chorus.